So here I am, Kathmandu. Just got back from Everest base camp trek. Just had a shower and thought I'd give you a little kit list of what I actually took. Basically, got 10k if you go with Geo Ventures in this bag, 5k in this bag, maximum weight allowance. Ooh. So, obviously, I've got my poles, my walking poles. So 2 of those. Put them on the floor. 2 walking poles because I like walking with them and they're a massive help. And then in this one here, I have got 1 microfiber towel, which came in very handy. There are showers on the trek. You do have to pay for them. They're hot showers. Doesn't necessarily mean it's hot outside, but the showers themselves are hot. I only did 2, 1 on the way up and 1 on the way back down. And then I was really pleased to have a nice hot shower in Kathmandu. Microfiber towel. Let's put that there. I wore flip-flops on an evening because I like flip-flops, but lots of people had Crocs to put on instead of the walking shoes. A few toiletries I didn't really particularly need. I used the dry shampoo a couple of times, deodorant, and then I've got some eye drops because that came in really handy because it was quite dusty. And then I've just got some scrunch hair stuff that I used. A throat spray because I had a sore throat when I started off, and I didn't use this here at all. And then I bought some moisturiser from Namche Bazaar while I was up there in a dry bag because these get squashed pretty solid. I've got 1 fleecy jumper that I bought really cheaply from Aldi before I came out, which I used to sleep in pretty much every night, and also in the tea houses on an evening when I put my pajamas on. I went over the top. So 1 fleecy jumper for evenings, a thermal top that I wore for sleeping in again every night in the tea houses. It was warm enough most nights apart from when we were up near the top in Gorkashep, where I wore this and this to sleep in. Some nights I'd start off with this and then I'd take it off halfway through because I'd get too hot. I also have some merino wool base layer bottoms. Again, I use these for sleeping in. And on the very last day, we had this blizzard going up to base camp itself, so I had them on underneath my walking trousers, along with the velvet leggings that I took with me. So these are nice, thick, just black velvet leggings. To be honest, I bought them from Primark for about £6. They're nice and fleecy, velvety, and really thick. Were perfect for that last day in walking up to base camp in the snowstorm, and also that last night for sleeping because it was -6, I think it was, in our room on the very last night in Gorkashep, and for going up Kalthar the next morning. They came in handy. Got some earmuffs, again very handy on a night time. I use them most nights for sleeping in to start off with, and on the trek up and down a few times. Some thick, fluffy, fleecy socks that I wore on a night time in all of the tea houses with my flip-flops. Pants, let me see my pants. Some little mini gaiters came in handy because it was a bit muddy in quite a few places, and especially when the snow started. Just chuck them down there, it's a bit dirty. I did have my pillow, neck pillow, that I took with me all the way up, but I could have very easily left that here in Kathmandu, but I did take it up. It was a bit bulky, to be honest. Probably could have done without it. I've got one pair of thin walking trousers. I've got another pair of walking trousers as well, black, fairly thin walking trousers. And I had some slightly heavier black walking trousers. 3 pairs of walking trousers, could have got away with 2, to be honest, with my velvet leggings underneath for the last couple of days when it was really cold. So the grey ones I didn't actually wear until the last 2 days of the trek, and I could very easily have got away with just 2 pairs of walking trousers. So 3 pairs of walking trousers there. I took a compression layer vest. Again, I could have got away without this. I only wore it, to be honest, I've forgotten that I've got it, so I only wore it the last couple of days on the way back down underneath the t-shirt for an extra little bit of warmth. I took loads of dry bags and ended up, because of trying to get everything packed in here, hardly using them, so just a couple of dry bags, one to go in my rucksack, and one for my toiletries would have been absolutely fine. So dry bags. Some thermal gloves, came in really handy. I also had a pair of ski gloves which I gave to the porters at the end of the trip, because I'm going to buy some new ones, to be honest. I took some thin gloves as well, just some little thin gloves, which came in handy on night time to put on my hands while I was reading my book in bed, because my hands were getting cold. A couple of bras, so I only took 2 bras, and I took 10 pairs of pants, because I had to be really ruthless with my packing when I got here, when we found out we were only allowed 10k and 5k, which is not very much. I've got a thin buff, which came in really handy around my neck, also protecting me from the sun, because I did catch the sun around the back of my ears there. I've got a pink t-shirt, which is a Help for Heroes one, because we were sponsored. Wore it the last couple of days. I recommend getting a proper walk-in t-shirt, because it takes the sweat away a lot better than just a normal t-shirt. But we only took these up because we were doing it for sponsorship. I also had a blue bamboo t-shirt, which I left to get up to the porters again, and I had a Murano wool sheet from Aldi again, long sleeve top, which I left with the porters as well. What else did I have in here? This is just full of dirty socks and underwear. Sock wise, I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs of socks, because there's a pair down here. 6 pairs of socks with me, which got reworn. Delightful, I know, but that was about right. Let's check all the dirt is in there. Base layer, compression top, long sleeved, ×2. Windproof jacket. I took this one, this purple one here, and I've got a green one that I'll get out in a second. Crampons, bought from Kathmandu, looking quite dusty and dirty actually, so I'm not going to get them out. Essential for our last few days, because we had a blizzard on our trek to base camp, so 2 days very icy, rocky terrain, so the crampons came in really handy for the last 2 days at the top. Anywhere from 1,500 to 1,200 rupees. We managed to get ours for 1,000 because some 70s buying them at the same time. I did take a mug, which came in handy when a couple of the group got diarrhea for rehydration stuff. -20 RAB sleeping bag, -40, sorry, this one was. RAB sleeping bag, very well worth it. So this one's in a cent, 9,000 RAB. Bought it in the RAB warehouse shop. Really handy. Penknife, and that's about it really in there. I also took one hat, peaked cap, knee support because I have a bad knee, and then in my rucksack here, which does have quite a lot of extra stuff in it, not 5k, because I wore a lot of stuff to get onto the plane. At the beginning of the trip, all the snacks were in my coat pockets. So I've got one waterproof jacket, waterproof lightweight trousers, bag full of paracetamol, ibuprofen, etc, etc. First aid kit, sun cream, absolutely essential, factor 50. Water bottle, and I used chlorinated water tablets, water purification tablets in this bottle, which is fantastic. One mid-layer top, there to be. A fleecy gilet for layers. Down jacket, which came in really handy the last couple of days and also on a night time when we were in the tea houses. Head torch. Fleecy buff. Woolly hat. Bought these in lampshade. These are fingerless gloves that warm your wrists. They came in really handy with my windproof gloves underneath them. Wind bracer, lightweight jacket, also waterproof, came in handy on the last day of our trek because it rained. I've got another woolly hat, but could have got away with just the one. 2.5 litre Camelback is in here as well. And that. I also bought a Uri well, which came in handy quite a few times. And we bought some Andrex toilet tissue that doesn't have the centre, cardboard centre in it. So I got 6 rolls of that. Only just lasted me. Some of the group had to buy more on the way up, but there's loads of places you can buy more blue roll on your way up, but you will need to bring some. Uri well, you don't really want to see that. And I think that concludes just about everything that I took. Oh, some really good sunglasses. Pack of cards, absolutely essential. Charger for my camera battery, 2 camera batteries. Sunglasses, I bought Jublo Explorer category 4 lenses, came in really handy. And I also had this fleecy top as well, which is a Bird House one, fleecy top. So actually quite a lot of stuff here, but you don't get a massive amount of luggage allowance. Now I've got walking boots, and that's the lot. Everything I took with me to Everest Base Camp.